Hello Flosstube friends, I am Lisa and this is my channel Cross by Floss, where I chat about my love of cross stitch as well as life blabbings. Welcome to part 2 of WIP Parade 2022. Part 1 was real long. Oh my goodness, it was real long and it took forever to upload because, it was real long. So I'm hoping that this one will not be as long, though I think I have... I don't know, I still have a lot of WIPs to go through. So if you are interested in watching WIP 1, there were 50 WIPs in there, several that I am going to UFO, and yeah. Okay, so let's just get into it because, oh my goodness, I don't want to be here all night. I did have a nap, not gonna lie, I had a nap. I ate, all those things. All right, so this is, I guess, WIP number 51, and it is Fairy Flora. She is one of my favorite Mirabilias. Oh my goodness, she is gorgeous. And I pull her out frequently for Mirror Monday stitching. And I've gotten a lot done on her as well. So I started her on a bottom start, and I've gotten, oh, so much done. And this is done on a piece of, let's see here. This is just on a piece of 16 count Ada Touch of Gray that I purchased from my local Needleworks store, L&S, and Threadneedle Street. So super excited about that, and it is housed in one of these beautiful bags that I got from Celeste of Celeste Creates on Instagram, and I love her bags. Another Mirabilia resides in a Celeste Creates bag, project bag, and this one is Millennium Angel. She is also a beauty, and I am doing her on a piece of Witchy Ada called Rain, just Rain. This is a nice soft piece of Ada. Oh my goodness. I also chose to do a bottom start on this one. And that is what I've gotten done on her. Not bad, not bad. She hasn't come out for a while. She might need to come out here soon to play. Oh, oldest son. Seriously, we're trying to keep him from getting sick. Oh my goodness, another Mirabilia, and this is a newer pattern. This is Ophelia, and this was released in 2021. Super pretty. Oh, Odin woke up from his nap. Hi, Bubba, go lay down. And this is one I am doing on, let's see, maybe it says on the piece of fabric. No, it does not. I'll find it. I'll find it. It is on a 16 count though. And I did start up in the upper left, like I like to do. And that's really pretty. Oh my gosh, the colors in Ophelia are just gorgeous. Like, it's one of a few reasons why I chose her, but also her face is just stunning. Let's see if I know. I don't know what I'm doing it on. No, I don't know what I'm doing it on. I don't know what color I'm doing it on. I'm sure it's in one of my prior videos, and I may have put it to Instagram, and if I can find it, I will link that if I can. Okay, Another Mirabilia. I told you, I love Mirabilias. This is Enchanted Mermaid. Odin, lay down. Odin, lay down. Lay down. Enchanted Mermaid. And this is done. I haven't brought her out for a while either. Oh, goodness sakes. And there's no... I don't know what color this is. 16 count Ada. I want to say that this is like Twilight Blue. What's it called for? Twilight Blue. So I think it is the equivalent of Twilight Blue in Ada. So, and this would have been a piece that I purchased from my LNS. I think I bought like a yard, and then she cut the pieces that I needed for this one, Enchanted Mermaid, and for the Snow Queen, I think. And so anyways, yes, she cut those pieces so that I had them in the right way. Okay. This one, ooh, I have not worked on this for a long time. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is Jardin Privé Patchwork Halloween. Sorry. That pattern there. I'm sorry, his nails need to be cut, and we haven't been able to go anywhere, so hasn't gotten done. Okay. That's where I've gotten to. I don't know that I've done anything in 2021 on this piece, and I really should, because this is one that I really like. And this is done on a 16 count. I think it's a 16 count. It would be coffee, tea dyed, and baked by me. And, oh, I haven't told you which bags these are in. This one and this one here are So Much to Love bags. This was a bag by Stitch All the Things Christine. She randomly posts bag. I haven't seen her do that for a while, but if you get the opportunity to buy one of her bags, they're nice, very nice. Okay, this one, which resides in another So Much to Love bag, is Kathy Barrick's Barrick Samplers 1848 reproduction sampler. And I did put some stitches on this in 2021. I know that for sure. And have my card. I started it February 21, and it is done on a piece of 18 count antique white. Let's see here. There we go. Oops. And I really don't have that much left to do. I had struggled because one of the colors was not showing up because, you know, it blended into the fabric, and I'd asked for some help, and I got some help, and I changed the color, and now it's working great. So I just need to get back to it. Okay, where is the pattern for, oh, this is, so I don't have the pattern to show you for this, but this one is called Ancient Land HCH 1811, and it is done on a 16 count Ada by Witchy, and it's Icelandic beige. And this is from the app Silk. So if you go on to the app, you download the app Silk, and I think it's only for iPhone, iPad users. And there are a bunch of designers in there, like Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery is in there. The designer of this pattern, Dorothea. She is in there, and I think that she is the creator owner of Silk. And anyways, this is a really beautiful sampler. This is what I've gotten done on there. I know it's really hard to tell because there's no picture to go with it, but it is a really beautiful sampler. It's got gorgeous colors, all DMC. These here, these are all the colors for this sampler. Absolutely gorgeous. And I have not worked on that for a while either. This is one that I started March 7th of 2021. I did not work that many days on it either in 2021. I worked 2 days on it in 2021. That needs to come back. Oops. Oh, I hope that went with that one. Okay, my next WIP is a freebie chart from Brianna Stewart, and it's July 4th. That is a beat up. And this I am doing on a piece of 28 count Monaco that I heavily coffee tea dyed myself and baked. And the holes on this are real small. And I am doing it 2/2. Yes, I am doing that 2/2. So it's not horrific doing it 2/2, but it is something that I need to do in a really good light. The Monaco is very thick cloth, and so it feels a little odd, but definitely better than even weave for me. So not my first choice for sure, and not something that I will choose often. I do have some Monaco because, you know, I kind of went a little wild when Priscilla and Chelsea of the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, that's what they work on. And so it was like, oh, well, if they work on it, it must be real good, right? So, and it is good. It's great. But I'm an Ada girl. I am. Okay, the next WIP that I have is Carter House Sampler 1817. Oh man, this is a sampler I love. And I've had this one for a while. It was on my WIP Go. I don't remember if I did anything on it, but this is on a piece of Color and Cotton 16 count Ada and called A Love Letter. Pull that in half here. Definitely love doing this one. And this one also is a really easy one to do. I don't know why I don't have more in there. She says each and every time. Like it's a mystery. Oh, goodness. Okay, the next one also is a, this is a freebie stitch by Samplers Forever, and it's called Let's Stay Home. And this was done in 2020 when there were many designers who were doing the free, oh man, what did they call it? They called it something. I don't remember. I'm not good with remembering. You guys don't come here for me to remember. I know that. Okay, so this is done on a 16 count, just probably antique white piece of Ada that I had left over from something. And And I really love stitching on this, so that also has to come out. Goodness sakes. You know, it occurs to me when I have all of these WIPs that, you know, they've got floss and everything, and which there's a lot of floss in these WIPs that I could potentially use for other projects. Stop, Lisa. All right, so this is Blackbird Come Into My Garden by Blackbird Designs. Oh, this is a beautiful pattern. I started this on April 10th, and I am doing it on a piece of parchment, 18 count Aida, and apparently I only worked on it for 1 day. Is it that way? Yeah, I think I started working down the side. Oh, I'm gonna have to get I'm going to take Daleen, so grateful, on Flosstube advice and start marking my fabric so that I know which way is up, sideways, down, everything else. Okay. And all of these being so grateful bags. So I know I haven't been saying that recently. Didn't start that one. Let's see. Oh, why I have not finished this one, I just don't know. Okay, this is The Light Upon the Lawn by Blackbird Designs. And I am doing this one in honor of my grandma, Odie. Her name was Oda Marie. And I love this. And I'm so close to a finish. I'm so close. I'm doing this on a 16 count Country French Golden. There's not much more. There really isn't. Okay, well, maybe that's not true. No, there's not, because I even did the house. I mean, I've done a good portion of the house. So there's really not that much left to do. I'm got to make this one a priority in 2022 and get that done. My grandma's birthday is in May, so maybe I should try and get that done. Her birthday's May 1st, actually. And so maybe I need to shoot for a finish for May 1st. Okay, and then this one is All Joys for Thine. And this is actually one that I put some stitches in towards the end of 2021. Blackbird Designs pattern again. And this one is being done on a 16 piece of Aida called Golden Sand, and from my guy LJ from LJ's Fabrics. And this is what I've gotten done on that one. So I have almost the wording All Joys for Thine in there, and then it's just finishing up all of the motifs. This is the one that I had the problem with a tree. I got myself so excited, and I finished one of the trees down at the bottom, and then looked at it and went, why doesn't it look like the chart? Why doesn't it look like the model? And, you know, sometimes models can be a little different than the chart, a little different. And I went, oh, well, maybe that's what it was. And I looked at it again, and I had done it all in one color when it should have been 2 colors. And it's too noticeable. So I pulled that out. Many nights of stitching pulled out. Empty box. Oh my goodness. I don't know how many WIPs that was. We'll count them up towards the end. All right, last pin. Okay, this is one of my favorite bags. I received this as a gift from Sherry Price, who is Sherry Price on Instagram and Flosstube. And she knew my love, or knows my love, of Halloween. And so she made me a project bag and mailed it out. So super sweet. This bag has several WIPs in it. They are all Prairie Schooler WIPs, and let me see if I get them all right. Okay, this one here is Night Flight by Prairie Schooler, Night Flight. And that's what that one looks like. This one did get some stitches in 2021. Not bad. The next one I have is Knock Knock. That one here. And that's what I've gotten to on that one. This one has not seen any love in 2021. And then last but not least is Misfortune. This one here. And I can't remember if I did some more on this one in 2021. I have a plan I'll talk about at the very end of this video. So that's my Prairie Schoolers. I'm doing them all on an 18 count piece of ivory, I believe it is. And they're not staying together or anything like that. I've created enough of a border around each one. And so that's what I'm doing on that one. Okay, now we're getting into some Garon toten bags. I love me some Garon toten bags. Oops, sorry. And this one is, Promised Lamb by Plum Street Samplers. I love this pattern. I mean, honestly, I love all Plum Street Samplers. Paulette doesn't do anything wrong. I started this one March 21st, 2021, and I have worked it says 2 days. Oh, that's really sad. I'm doing it on a 16 count shiplap by Color and Cotton. And, oh, I had to have worked more than 2 days on this. I just didn't put it on there. Because you all know my stitching, and there's absolutely no way that I did all of this in 2 days. I can guarantee I did not. This was probably something that I pulled into the car with me one day because I was kind of over the red one and I just wanted to do a different color. And it seemed to me, hey, pink house. And so I started that. I'm pretty sure that was a couple of days in the car. Oh, I know when this was. This is when the little was doing some extracurricular activities during the week after school that I had to take her to before pickup and before her mommy can pick up. And this is when her mom actually was going to school. So I was on Grammy duty for quite a long time. That is a lovely sampler, and so I had to sit in the car for over an hour while she was at her events, and so I picked up that one. Okay, oh, please tell me that this is, oh, I found fairy roses. Amy, I found fairy roses. I was really starting to panic because I thought I'd lost her. I could not find her anywhere. She was in a bin, and I don't recall ever putting her away. That happens. Amy, I found her. We don't have to panic anymore. Thank you. Okay, Mirabilia. This is a Nora, but Mirabilia's and Nora's are by the same designer. This is a special one, and she's huge. This girl's big. This girl's a big, wide, tall girl. Her name is Fairy Roses. She is beautiful. I am doing her on, and this is one that I chose for Nora November. And let's see if I have her going the right way. I think I have her going the right way. Done on a 16 count Ada. Let me see if I can find the color. I've gotten that done, that much done. Let's see now. Huh. I did not write down what, and weirdly, I don't have a, Well, I fell off the organizational wagon when I did that one. It would be in the video that I did November in, so I will either have to go back and have a look and see what fabric that was. And that also is in a Garon toten bag. This bag, now we're getting into some, there will be some more Garon toten bags in here, but now I'm kind of going into some random bags that I just bought kind of randomly. This actually was an LJ, Fabrics by LJ bag. He had a lady that would be making bags and also dyed floss with him. And so she sold them through him. And I was lucky enough to be able to purchase one of her bags. They're beautiful. She quilted them. I mean, they're just absolutely beautiful. Let me see here. This is, oh, I have a couple in here. Okay, this is from this wonderful book that I received from a special person on Instagram, an Instagram friend. And she very generously actually sent me several Blackbird design charts. And I'm forever grateful. I just absolutely love it. And this one that I am doing is called, is it Let Heaven and Nature Sing? I'm gonna say it is. Double check here. Yes, Let Heaven and Nature Sing. Oh, find you the picture. Oh dear, someone's getting tired. Let Heaven and Nature Sing. This one here, oops, absolutely beautiful. And I have done a good part, if not all of the border. Oh yeah, no, I've done almost all the border. I have to do the corners on these last two corners. Need to do that corner and that corner down there. I've not picked this one up for a while either, mainly because I am doing this on a 22 count. I'm doing this on a 22 count, a little harder to see than 20 count. And I am doing it 2/2. That's what it looks like. Yes, 2/2. It's been a while since I picked this up. Really should get to that. And I've noticed that because I've folded it down the center, this was a coffee tea dyed piece. It's got a very strong line now. So I'm gonna roll it like I've seen Leslie Hurley do. Did you watch Leslie Hurley's WIP Parade? I did. You should watch it after mine. Okay, the next project that I have, and this one actually is going to go as a UFO. So kind of sad about it a little bit, but I'm not interested in, it's not that I'm not interested, I'm not motivated to work on this very much anymore. This is a year of Blackwork, and it's by, it is a free sale. It was a free sale for 2020. Yeah, 2020. It's been a while since I've worked on this. Let's see if I have any info. I do not. Yeah, I have the full, so it must mean 2020. I have all of the, I have the full chart, but, and I like the Blackwork, but I just, honestly, it's not something I probably would ever put up on my wall. And so, so yeah, this is done on a 16 count, natural, rustic Ada, I believe it was. So I'm going to take that out of the Q-snap, use the Q-snap for another project, and my beautiful project bag. This is one of the first project bags that I ever bought. Before I found Denise from Goose Design, I was on Facebook, and people were just showing this lady's project bags all over the place, and it's Jan's Stitchin' Necessities. She still sells, as far as I know. She makes beautiful bags, and so what she had done, I don't know if she has changed her process since she's gotten busy, but what you did was you sent her the fabric that you wanted your bags to be in, and then kind of the size that you wanted your bags, and then she would add the trims and the zipper, and inside, she actually did the inside fabric. I just did the main fabric, and of course I'm a Seahawks girl. Our Seahawks won today. Week 18, we're finally pulling it out the last like 3 weeks, but hey, it's okay. Next year we're going to be a great team. But poor Diggs tonight. All thoughts and prayers going out to Diggs that he heals well. His surgery hopefully will go good. And yeah, poor guy. Football, it's rough, but a great sport. I love watching it. So yes, I'm a total Seahawks fan, and when I found that fabric and I heard that she would make bags out of whatever fabric you wanted, I was like, oh yes. So I have quite a few of her bags in different sizes, different styles. Okay, the next one, and this is in a bag I won. And I won this bag from Stitchin' with the Sisterlies, and I was so excited to win this, and I love it. It's made with the most beautiful material, but it's so padded. It's so padded. Oh man, I love this bag. And one of my favorite Little House Needleworks is in it, and this is the Millicent Turner sampler. I'm sure I say it wrong every single time, but it's this sampler here, and this is a sampler I bought off of 123 Stitch, and it sells out real quick. Every time I've seen it, I had it in my cart or in the send me an email when it comes back in stock, and it did one day, and I tell you what, I don't think I've clicked so fast in my life. I was like, I will pay the full shipping and not get anything else. I just need this chart before somebody buys it again. That's what I've done on that one. Not much. Really need to get back to this too. Not many things in this basket also have been stitched on. Golly, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. But this is on a piece of 16 count Ada lamb's wool. Purchased from my favorite store. You guessed it, Red Needle Street. Having a nap really helped. Sakes. All right. I don't know where we're at, but it's a lot of WIPs. Okay, this one here. These next few bags are bags that I purchased from, nothing in that one. So these next few bags are bags that I purchased from Lisa, who is Kindred Stitcher on Flosstube and probably Instagram as well. and she has a D-stash page on her Instagram, and she will randomly post bags that she has made. This is one of those bags. And I am doing a chart from this Sisters book from Blackbird Designs, and I am doing at first cock's crow. This chart here, it's beautiful. And I'll tell you a secret, it's on my WIP Go. It's not on my WIP Go. On my WIP Go board, I have vaguely put in things like Blackbird Design and or Mirabilia or Nora Corbett or whatever, right? And so when that square gets called for the month, then I can go to any one of my mirrors that I want to stitch, or blackbirds or whatever. But while I put that blackbird chunks down, my first thought was, you know, I'm going to pick this chart. I have not done anything on this chart since I started it. Do I have any information on this chart? I do not. I do know that this is a 16 count Ada that I coffee tea dyed myself, also baked. There was a time that I guess I just did like maybe a yard or so of this and just dunked it, baked it, and hope for the best and then cut it up. But this is, I think that this is one of the last pieces that I've done of that. And I just thought that it would look really nice with the colors for at first cock's crow. And so that's all I've gotten done. Didn't touch it last year, I don't believe, or if I did, it was the start and I haven't done anything since. So really need to get back to that one. Love that one. Okay. Ooh, we're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. Okay, here is another Garon Toten bag. Oof. Love me a Garon Toten bag. Midnight Watch, also another one that I had in mind when I was like, oh, so I'm like, why not just put that name down? But if it gets called and I don't want to work on it, that was the problem. So I was like, well, when Blackbird Designs get called, I'll just choose out of my Blackbirds which one I want to work on. Chances are it'll be one of the squares will be this one. Oh, also, I was on a roll with my Ada and coffee tea dyed. Oh, so many are gonna look so similar. Oh well. Also 16 count coffee tea dyed by me, baked. This one's not super strong, so the other side had a lot more modeling to it, and I chose this side just so that, because some of them have a lot more modeling that I stitched on than others, so I'm trying to like even it out, I guess, a little bit. So that's what I've gotten done so far on that one. Not very much. And of course, these are big patterns for me. Big patterns for me. Okay. This is another Lisa Kindred Stitcher bag. And this is also a favorite sampler. Odin, sit down. Called Pet All the Dogs by Teresa Kogut. And I am doing this one kind of in memory of our first dog here in the States. His name was Jedi. And but I am going to put the 4 dogs that we've had in the States on here. Jedi, Maddie, Rhea, and Odin. And I've not worked on this one for a long time. And I've seen some of my Flosstube friends start and finish this. I've seen my friends start, finish, and frame it. And Lisa is still here. Oh, goodness sakes. This is a beautiful, beautiful pattern. So this one is done on, let's see, what is this done on? It is done on a Color and Cotton 16 count Camelot. This next one is in a bag that I just bought from a random Facebook seller. Yeah. It's nice. It's quilted. It's really, really nice. I have not seen her put things up again. And this one's a little hard because the zipper is so far down. So in order to get your pattern in, unless it's a smaller like book one, but if it's bigger than, well, honestly, if it's anything bigger than a 7 by 10, it is hard to get in here because this is so far up and this is so far down. Not one of my favorite style bags, but it's pretty. Okay, this is the Witchy Stitcher, and it is called Baby I Am Halloween. No, just I Am Halloween. That pattern there. And I am doing this on a very stiff 14 count white Aida. Also have not done anything on this one for a while. And the black would be Inca Black, and then basically her called for colors, but where are the colors? That's weird. Okay. From the same seller, this awesome little Star Wars bag. Oh my gosh, I so love this bag. And this is Madame Chantilly's Celebrate Halloween. I also have not gone back to this one. Oh, what is the matter with me? And this is one that I started on the bottom. The bottom. For real, I have not done. I think that this was a Mania start. This might have been a Mania start. I don't remember. But not much done on that. Really need to get to that because I do love this one. And this is done on, I betcha, it's a 16 count lamb's wool. That's what it looks like. If memory serves right, not saying it's good. This next pattern that I have, or chart that I have, is Anne Boleyn from Heaven and Earth Designs, or charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by John Hoskins. I love me some Anne Boleyn. I just absolutely love Anne. And this is in a Stitch All the Things Christine bag. Unfortunately, the vinyl got stuck to the front of the pattern, and this is a pattern that I had them print and send to me from Heaven and Earth, and some of the ink came off on the inside of the vinyl, so I have to be real careful about where I put my fabric because I don't want any transfer. So I am doing this on, I think it's 20 count. I've made a mistake and I did this 2/1. And while I love the coverage, I really love the coverage. It is very thick. And so I probably should have done this 10th stitch. And I may restart. Just because it is so hard. I've done so much too. I mean, comparable to the whole chart, I have not done a whole lot, but I've invested quite a few hours into this. And it is actually on my WIP Go for January. Yeah, I may need to go to my L&S Threadneedle Street and pick up another piece of Easy Grid and see if maybe just restart. I could pull this out or make a start on the bottom, I might do that. I might start on the other side. It involved a lot of counting the first time around, so we'll see. We'll see. But definitely a pattern that I want to make some progress on in 2022. I did nothing or very little, if anything, in 2021, and I don't want that to be the case. This is too lovely of a pattern. Plus, I have several other Heaven and Earth design charted patterns, like King Henry VIII. I have Queen Elizabeth. I mean, yeah, and I want to get to them. So the last couple of WIPs that I have, both are Mirabilias. This Mirabilia is Ella the Frog Princess. Absolutely love her. And I am doing this for my granddaughter, whose name is also Ella. And I am doing this on a 16 count Aida. Oh, goodness sakes. I want to say that this is a Bestitch Me fabric, but I don't remember the name. And that's all I've gotten done on her. And I think that she is going to be the next couple of Mirror Monday stitches, because I also would like to get her. I would love to get some really good progress done on her. She is beautiful, and my granddaughter asks every time that I bring her out, you know, when she's gonna get her. Girl doesn't understand that it's a process. It takes a long time. It's not like building a game. Kind of is. Last but not least is Archangel. So when I saw him in my LNS, and when you walk into my LNS, it's small. When you walk in, she's got a lot of different baskets with different designers' charts in them. And up close to the front, when you walk in the door, are the Mirabilias and the Noras, and then above those are the Told Upon a Garden, is that it? And the, oh goodness, now I forgot. But anyways, they are all in that section. And as I was perusing the basket of Mirabilias, I stumbled across this one. Now, to my knowledge, I have not seen, other than Santa's, any males that Nora has done. And I'm dying for a merman or for a fancy man to go with the fancy ladies. So dying for her to design one of those. So when I came across Archangel, I was like, oh, well, yes, gonna need to get him. And I have loved each and every stitch on this guy, even with the Krynic, which is horrific. Seriously, it's horrific. And I am actually having a problem with my Krynic laying nicely in here. But I am doing this on a piece of 18 count, which is a departure for me. Normally I do my Noras and Miras on 16 count Aida, because that's where she charts them. Her models are done on 32 count linen. And so a 16 count is, you know, the equivalent of a 32. And that's where the beads lay really nice. But when I came across this fabric from LJ in my stash, I knew that it had to be done on this because of the golds in the fabric, and the blues and the grays, and it just suit this pattern so much. So it is Eau Gray 18 count Aida from Fabrics by LJ. And like I mentioned, he does not dye anymore, but I do have a lot of his fabrics in my stash. So pretty excited about that. That is where I've gotten to. He has come out for probably the last 2 or 3 Mirror Mondays. And so I've gotten quite a bit of progress on him. And right now I'm working, what I've gotten done is this portion down in here. And so I'm trusting the process, because I'm hoping that that's either part of his robes, which I think it is. I hope it is. I was thinking at first it was kind of part of the scroll, but I'm really hoping that it's part of the top of his robe, and then I'm working in the scroll. That's what I'm hoping. But I'm trusting the process because Nora's colors, they all blend. They all manage to blend together so nicely once you get quite a few in. At first, they're very shockingly weird when you put like a few in and you're like, how in the world is that going to go together? Or at least I do, because I have absolutely no color sense whatsoever. Art's not my thing. I'm a good copier, but yeah, so that's, it's lovely to see those colors all come together and become cohesive and beautiful and just striking. So he also is, again, not that I make focuses anymore because I can't. I just kind of pull something that takes my fancy that day, that I kind of want to stitch on, or I'm leading into a finish and I really want to get done or something. But you know, it's like comfort food. You pull out a stitching a piece that brings you comfort. So and I have many of those. In fact, I have 79. That is 79 WIPs. I'm gonna say I thought I had more than that, so I'm okay with 79. I am missing a few. I know that I'm missing a few because I don't see Frankenstein, which is a Sal from Stitching Book Club. I don't have that one up here, so that would be 80. I do know that I have a few more in magazines that are clearly hiding and never made it into project bags. So I do potentially have some more WIPs, and so the count might be a little higher, but I have 79 project bags full of WIPs at this point. And I do know that I will have a few more starts throughout the year because, yeah, I will. But I am trying to get a couple of finishes this year too. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take pictures of each one of my WIPs in 2022 before I start working on them, so I can do a before and after progress for maybe next year, that I can do this is what it looked like when it came into 2022, and this is what it looked like when it went out of 2022. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me for part 2 of my WIP Parade of 2022. I hope you enjoyed. There are a lot of beautiful projects here, and if you have any questions for me, please, let me know. You can either make the comment down below. This year I'm going to concentrate a little harder, be a little better about responding to the comments in a more timely manner. I'm not on social media every single day, and Instagram is probably the one that I'm on the most every day, or more often. And yeah, there's going to be some changes throughout the year that are going to happen that hopefully will free up some of my time. And yeah, that's changes down the pike. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed part 1 and part 2. And if I've enabled you, yay. And please let me know what I enabled you with, because I like to know. I think that we all enable each other and it's fun. Okay, I think that's all. Happy Sunday. Please be safe. Hope you all have a really wonderful week. Happy stitching to you all, and I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, bye-bye.